What is up, everybody? Jerry with Dip Trading, back for another video. Going to be talking about Ethereum today. Just going to be giving you guys kind of a rundown on where I think this could be going on the rest of the day and also into tomorrow and even potentially Friday. But before I get started, don't forget to hit that like, smash that subscribe button down at the bottom of the screen. Helps out the channel, helps everyone that's looking for Ethereum specifically in terms of content on YouTube. It just helps them able to find it in terms of the algorithms. It also just helps out the channel altogether. So let's get this thing rolling. So on the day currently, and again, we are time right now 10:17 Central Standard Time. So Ethereum right now is trading at $10.73. Currently in the intraday, down 5.5% or 63 cents with where it stands right now. Volume is currently around 7.9 million. So we're basically a third of the way of whatever the average volume is typically for an intraday. But what I really want to kind of get you guys looking at is what I have on the screen right now, and that's these zones. So if you remember in my previous videos, I've been talking about how it's been following these zones pretty much to a T. And based on the price action, I have adjusted just a little bit. I mean, I'm not talking anything astronomical, but I did say in my video last week, expect this thing to drop back down into the tens, which is exactly where we are right now. So hopefully if you watch that content, you're not surprised with what you're seeing. What's also good is that we are basically trending down towards the bottom of this zone. So hypothetically, and again, this is not guaranteed, this is all based on previous trends, but if we do follow those trends, we should start to see some sort of spike up and buyers starting to step back in. It could be towards the end of the day today, or it could be even pre-market hours tomorrow or after hours today, or whatever the case is. But I would expect some sort of escalation in terms of buyer activity and also in terms of just overall volume and price action. So definitely something to keep in mind. Don't get discouraged, stay in the play. I still have my position. I'm not selling it. I'm going to continue to hold this thing until the shorts cover their positions. So, and hopefully you guys are too. Also, what I want to show you is where the MACD indicator is right now. So keep in mind, we want the MACD to cross over the signal line, which is an indication of upwards bullish momentum. Right now, it's just kind of hovering and teetering back and forth, just like it was in this zone, which is exactly where we are right now. Okay, so again, it's all familiar territory. So this should not be anything that you guys haven't experienced before, especially if you were in this play in the middle of this month. So yeah, other than that, I'm going to jump over to ORTEX and then we'll get this thing wrapped up. So ORTEX currently with where it is right now. So over the last 7 days, based on today, so ORTEX is currently here. Let me show you guys the screen I'm looking at. 96.26% is the utilization, so still almost maxed out, down 2.98% from the previous. And then cost to borrow is up 14%, currently at 148%. And again, that's an annual interest rate. That's year over year. That's not daily, weekly, monthly. So keep that in mind. Shares on loan is continuing to go up, so these shorts are continuing to increase their position. Currently at 17.25 million. Free float on loan is up 13%, currently around 59%. The estimated short interest percent of the free float is down, and again, but this is based on 7 days ago. And then the exchange reported short interest is also up 12% as of 7 days ago. Now today's live update, so short interest change is up 2.66%. We've had 55,000 shares returned versus 514 borrowed against, for a net borrow change of 459,000 borrowed against Ethereum as of right now. Okay, so as of 10:21 Central Standard Time, that's what it's reflecting. Now the current short interest of the free float as of right now is just under 31%. The cost to borrow minimum, again, the cost to borrow rates are continuing to go up. So we're at 134% for the minimal annual interest rate for anyone that's borrowing these shares. That's the annual interest rate that they have to pay on a minimum. And the max is 259.5%. So almost 260% year over year interest that they would have to pay for borrowing these positions. And the average on that is 213%. So again, as you can see, just based on, just since May, we've been gradually increasing that short percent of the free float as well as the amount of shares that are short. So I would continue to expect that. I would expect this to continue because with the way that the utilization is maintaining such a high amount in terms of the overall percentage of the shares that are being lent out versus the shares on loan continue to go up, it's not like there's no reason for me to believe that they're covering positions based on, even based on the price action, right? So again, I'm expecting this to continue to run. This is just kind of like that little bump in the road that I had forecasted for you guys. So hopefully you paid attention. Hopefully you are continuing to add to your position and buying the dip, because that's the smartest thing to do. It's going to increase your cost base. It's also going to lower your dollar cost average. So, but other than that, that'll wrap it up for this one. I'll be dropping some more content later tonight. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.